Straight ahead, everyone looking straight ahead. Woo!
You guys are all down this way.
Man, that's going to be a left to right tap.
Oh, well, just someone, you know, I mean, someone in search of feeling better, and sort of goes around the world. Some of the parts of my part was very sad, and it was very easy to access that part because it was sad times, really sad times, and but what a gift, because Mike White gives me something that no one else really is offering me. They don't really associate me with someone who's like complicated. They think I'm, most people think I'm kind of, a dimwit, kind of not, let's see, what's the word? Not a dimwit, but maybe someone who,
One-dimensional.
I don't think that. I was just hoping you find
I'm joking. I was just giving you.
No, I was like, no.
No, I was like, no, but you know what I mean. They sort of like, sort of clowny people without the sad part, like more clowny things. And so this was an, what a gift to get to play something very, very different.
When you're saying it,
Like,
when you're saying it with your sons watching the show,
Like, no, I have somebody else do it.
when your son's watching the show, is it like, oh my God, Dad?
It was just so strange to leave, what we were all going through, and then not only just go to Hawaii and work for 2.5 months, but the script was so amazing, and it was Mike White, and then you hear who's going to be in it, and you're just like, I was at the point where I was going to have a fucking yard sale, like I was really worried, I really got to that point, and it's like, you can bleep that out, right? Yeah, okay. But yeah, and then and then to go there and to be in this bubble, this resort that was closed, where the crew stayed there, the extras stayed there, it was like film camp, and it was really unique. It was and then you felt guilty, it was just, people dying, and you're watching the sunset every night with these wonderful people. So we really took advantage of that, and it was one of the most unique experiences I've ever had.
Holly, let's get a photograph.
It was both amazing and very hard. I mean, like everybody else, look, we all felt very lucky. I felt very lucky. But you're like everybody, you're isolated from everyone else, and we had been isolated, so coming off of that, we're isolated in a new environment, which was amazing, and very lucky to be working. But I'm very grateful that the cast and crew were so amazing, because we could lean on each other when there were tough times, because we couldn't leave the hotel. So it was definitely something I'll never forget. The way that it's written, and this is why I love Mike White, putting a mirror on you and doing it through humor, it's very dark and very funny, and I think it teaches you something, but I felt very connected to all of the themes that are addressed in the series, and I felt very connected to the character as far as what it is to be a woman and not be sure of yourself and trying to find yourself in the world.
Dark humor. So it's this ability to sort of, you see a scene happen, you see a moment happen. What it will do, or at least I hope, it'll provoke conversations at home of people to question whether or not they're missing their own privilege, because it is not something that you can deny. And I mean, I'm privileged because I got to shoot for 2 months in Hawaii, and I own that privilege and I recognize that. And so for me, it's just like, how do you, in owning it, acknowledge the other people who don't have what you have, and I think it's a call for empathy. It's a call for real conversations to be had about how are we treating our frontline workers, the folks who are in the service industry, who are there. Do you know, are you looking them in their eye? They've made your coffee every day for 2 years. Do you know their name? It's recognizing that the person that's helping you, whether you're at the White Lotus or anywhere, they're humans and they have thoughts, feelings, and need to be treated as such.
What we did talk about is trying to keep it grounded, because it's such a and it's
I mean, this is amazing to be able to stand this close to you and have a conversation, right? I mean, it's I think everyone is so excited to be able to do that. But there was something very exciting about being pulled out of the pandemic. I mean, I felt embarrassed to talk to people about it because it felt so unfair that we got to work on this amazing job with this great group of people in this beautiful place. But it was like the best kind of summer camp.
Wide angle. Well, how else am I going to get all in the picture?